YouTube? Raven Sludge here, straight out of Lavender Town, and well, today I thought we'd try something a bit different. So, what I have here is, as you can see, is a tier list, but this one is of Ash's travel companions. So, you likely have seen the Pokemon anime, I assume. If you're watching this, then, check it out, it's pretty cool. It has its moments. I pretty much enjoy it. Been watching it since it came out to the US when I was like, what, 5 or 6? I think I was 6 at the time. But I digress. I've pretty much watched it from day one, mostly. Aside from the few years as a kid when we didn't have cable, but I've seen pretty much all the seasons of it. But anyways, I digress. This is a tier list. So we're gonna go ahead and do something different. I've never done a tier list video on, a recording for YouTube, but I thought I'd try it. I know they were getting popular, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, or a year ago or so. But I thought I'd do one. I saw one earlier today on Reddit. Oh god, that one was, yeah. But hey, everybody's gonna have their opinion. I thought I'd try one myself, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first one we have here, and I normally don't, consider doing any in particular order for tier lists, but in this case, because I only have a few companions here, we have maybe we have under 20, I think, right? So I'm going to rank them in exact order within each bracket tier list here. The first one will be for S tier. We have Dawn. So, and I'll explain a bit more of each. So Dawn is my favorite female companion of Ash, that Ash has had in the anime series entirely. I feel like she's pretty much like a female Ash in a sense. Not so much based on battling, but she made contests fun for me. I didn't really care for contests when May did them. And Dawn was actually more fun and had that bubbly, lively personality that you basically think of a female Ash and you get Dawn pretty much. To me, she fit well in the anime. I feel like she was well written, she was handled well, her returns were great, and she actually feels naturally like a good fit as a character to travel with Ash. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but Diamond and Pearl is one of my favorite series to watch for the anime, but I enjoyed Dawn's screen time when she was on the, on the screen, and when her return episodes recently too. So she gets S tier here. Next we have Go, who's actually going to be an S tier also. I probably should go in order these actually. Well, we'll see. But I'll go in order what I have here. But Go is the second S tier. So I actually like Go. This might be a bit controversial again, just like the rest of the video. But I actually like Go in his development and journeys. I know people gripe about, oh, he just throws and catch. He's supposed to. That's his thing. Ash rarely catches Pokemon nowadays unless he has to create a team for the season. Like, I know a lot of fans gripe, but like the Suicune thing was one thing. Oh my god, people would not shut up about that. But the thing is, Suicune was either going to die because those are poachers, not, just like Team Rocket made people or whoever. They were poachers who kill, poachers kill animals for a trophy. They, or they put them on the market to sell them or profit off of them or have them as trophies. That Suicune was likely to die. So I honestly can understand that Go caught one because it kind of felt like it didn't have a choice. No, yeah, he could have used other balls instead of just Pokeballs constantly, but Go doesn't really bother me. And if you really just try to understand the character, I mean, honestly, I feel like if he debuted it in the season 1 alongside Ash, I think people would have loved him, honestly. He's pretty good. He's more straightforward than Ash. Ash is kind of the goofball of the group. But Go was pretty entertaining. I actually like his Pokemon. I like the fact that he has a number of them. I feel like, in the recent years, we've kind of stepped away from just catching Pokemon. It's always been mostly just battling. And, you forget that catching is important because you have to catch Pokemon to start from somewhere. Or you breed them. But in this case, you got to have the Pokemon to start. Anyways, I give Go second place here for S tier after Dawn. I actually enjoy Go. I actually like, the, what do you call it? The Mew episodes he's going through. I forgot what they were called. And his, development he's getting with, Gary and all that. So, yeah, Go gets S tier. I'm going to go in order now, not based off the rankings, but just what's next. So for Mallow, let's see, where did I put her? Mallow, I'm putting in C tier. Mallow, she was okay. Honestly, C is kind of average for me here. S being amazing, A is just great, B is good, C is average, D is poor, and just obviously F tier is just nah, bro. Just nah. Mallow, I actually enjoyed. She was okay. I actually enjoyed the whole bit of her family, and now I don't really know why they gave her a shaman. I would have preferred her having something else. I believe she had a shaman in the anime, if I remember correctly. But anyways, correct me if I'm wrong. But with Mallow, she was okay. I mean, I felt like, just, not too much to write home about, but she was okay. So just Mallow's Mallow. Next we have Bonnie, and I give Bonnie B tier, honestly. I actually enjoy Bonnie. I feel like Bonnie is the small child of the group, well written. Not like perfect, obviously, but I think she's handled pretty well. She has some good humor. Her brother trying to set her brother up with some woman or chick that they come across. I thought Bonnie was pretty cool, and I don't mind her. I actually enjoy her. Just that adorable little sister character that is not really annoying at all to me. I never found her annoying. But she's just kind of there. She's just part of the group. She just tagged along. And, you see that in the anime sometimes with, younger characters joining the group. She doesn't actually annoy me as, sometimes other characters might, which you might see later. But anyways, Bonnie gets B tier. So after that, we have Max. And funny that Max is right next to Bonnie. Max is going right here. So Max, he's got my least favorite character in the series. There's a lot to say about him. Now I know some people went back and they watched, the Generation 3 seasons, and Max wasn't as annoying as I thought. I went back and watched them myself, and I've seen them from time to time as I got older. It wasn't just nostalgia. I mean, I've regularly have revisited some of the seasons of these animes and watched episodes and revisit the characters and their special moments. And Max, I actually ended up hating him more, I think. If nothing changed, I think I hate him more as I'm an adult now. He is just an annoying know-it-all. No, he's not always horrible, but I just do not care what he has to say half the time. I feel like he's kind of a snot-nosed, and I feel like he didn't need to exist. He doesn't exist in the games. He's, May's younger brother, but he doesn't have to exist. He's not in the games. He's not in Oris. He's not in Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald. There is no other child. If you look in those games, there is no other child. But again, I could rant here all day about Max, honestly. He annoys me. He's just kind of there to be the know-it-all. Rotom Dex is just better. And he's not even on here, but I'd put Rotom Dex above Max. Oh my god, this video is going to be controversial. Hopefully not, but again, it's just my opinions. If you disagree, that's perfectly fine. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is not meant to flame or be a contrarian or anything, but this is what I think. Watching the anime recently, currently we're, at the time of this recording, we're in the the Masters 8 arc, and he's going up against Cynthia, so but yeah, I think Max, he just didn't need to exist. We could have had Wally instead, and Brock already was the experienced older one of the group, and Ash had some experience going into Gen 3 from Kanto and Johto. Yeah, I would have taken away Max, honestly, had the choice. But moving along, we have Serena, who is a big fan favorite and another popular one here, from the XLX series. Excuse me. So Serena, yeah, about her, yeah. I also don't like her. I'm sorry. I never care for Serena, and I do not really care for Serena stans. Now, you can like whoever you like, but holy crap. The fanboys and fangirls in the, Amore shipping is just ridiculous. I don't care much about shipping in Pokemon, honestly. Yeah, if it's like an actual canon ship or whatever, it's cute if it's meant for the story, but, and I guess, could say that, but I feel like she just straight up simped for Ash. And I feel like most, Clement and Bonnie kind of had a lot less degree. They had the issue where they were just basically Ash's cheerleaders in Gen 6 anime. And Ash kind of had a cardboard personality. That was my biggest gripe there. But Serena, I just didn't care. I'm sorry. I didn't care what she was up to. I didn't care about her reasons. I liked her Pancham, but that's really about it. I kind of wish she had a Pangoro, but I guess they want to keep it cute. But I just did not care about Serena returning. I just the fans, the comments, people arguing. If you have an opinion against Serena, holy crap, they grab the pitchforks and torches. But hey, again, this is my own opinion. If you make your own tier list, feel free to. Let me know what you think in the comment below. I'm down to discuss it. But Serena, I just did not care for her. And I'm not here just to crap on her, but yeah. That's just my thoughts right now. Next we have Lana from Sun and Moon. I also put her in C tier. I put her above Mallow because I feel like Lana had some comedic personalities, with her personality kind of just becoming serious, or she had some reactions with Ash. And, she actually has a cool design. I actually like the water girl, kind of fisher girl design she has. Something you appreciate there. But I don't mind Lana. I like her more than Mallow. Just a tad. So she's still C tier, but I mean, I'm down with. I don't mind her being around. Honestly, she was quite entertaining. She had some memorable moments and scenes. Like when her Poplio was taken, I think was it in a bubble? I think, if I remember correctly. Anyways, she had some funny moments where she got serious and her expression would just change and she would react with her crush with Ash. Now again, I don't usually care for shipping, but for comedic effects, it's funny sometimes. And Lana was a good example of that done, along with some other characters on here possibly, but you'll see. Either way, Lana gets C tier. So let's see, who do we have next? We have Sophocles, or as some people call him, Snuffleupagus, because I guess his name, I don't know, but Sophocles. D tier. I like him more than Serena and Max, but I still don't really care about him. Really, the only redeeming factor about him is that I like Togedemaru, and Electro type's my second favorite type. So after Ghost, so I mean, he gets D tier. I can't really say much more about him. I didn't really care for his. I don't know why he get like 2 or 3 episodes where he showed up and returned in Journeys. The whole Rocket episode with the Ampharos, I felt like that could have been done without, and I kind of felt like I wasted my, it was kind of I feel like it wasn't that important, but I assume he has fans somewhere out there, but yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. So anyway, Sophocles gets D tier here, so that's just where I rank him for now. Next we have Tracy Sketchit. Tracy, I think that was his last name. Tracy, where do I rank you? Yeah, I know where to rank you. Okay, again, this might be controversial. Now, I know Tracy didn't have a ton of fans. Some people were just nostalgic for Orange Islands. As a kid, when he showed up to replace Brock, I felt it was an odd decision. I was a kid at the time. I was probably about 6 or 7 at this point. I think I was 7 or 8 when Orange Islands premiered. I just didn't like Tracy that much. Yeah, cool, he has a Meryl. Meryl's new in season 2 of, Gen 1. But, he kind of old Scyther, and I think he had a Venonat. Now, I absolutely love Venonat. Azumarill is one of my favorite water types, but he didn't have Azumarill, he had Meryl. Scyther's a cool bug. It's pretty good. It's cool, but he just didn't do anything for me. He drew Pokemon, and he got, delegated to Professor Oak's, I guess, lab assistant, when Professor Oak should have several, I guess, but whatever. I would think he does, because have you seen how big that acre is, or that property line? I mean, he has so much space out there. I would think that there's got to be more than one assistant helping Professor Oak, but whatever. I mean, who's to say he just keeps Ash's Pokemon? I'm pretty sure he keeps Gary's sometimes, or he has. It's been mentioned, I think, and yeah. Anyways, I digress. Tracy gets, F tier, Nabra. Again, I know it's controversial. I like him more than Serena because Serena, I just felt like she was here to simp for Ash. I'm sorry. I don't watch Pokemon just for ships and romance. I'm sorry. I feel like Serena was overdone with that. And she was kind of one-dimensional. I felt like Tracy wasn't that interesting either, but he has a Venonat. I'll give him that. I like Venonat. I wish it was better, but yeah, I like Venonat and Venomoth. Next we have Clement. Our boy Clement here. He's going to be B tier right after his sister Bonnie. This is a hard decision. I would actually swap them every now and then, in the thought process before I started recording. But I think Bonnie adds to Clement. She, in the comedic effect, their relationship and their chemistry, obviously they're siblings. I think Clement is better with his sister. He's cool on his own. Interesting, gym leader, got locked out of his gym. Clembot, the whole thing there, and he, didn't really want to reveal that he was a gym leader until later, halfway through the season, I think, or series of X and Y, but he's not bad. I actually like him. Kind of gave me Brock vibes, but not really in the same sense, if that makes sense. But he was cool. I don't mind him. I feel like he's more interesting than, Lana and Mallow. And I actually liked some of his Pokemon. I never really was a huge fan of Luxray, but seeing, that Luxray and the whole backstory, it was interesting. I liked the battle he had with Ash in the gym. Chespin was a little strange, but I in Bunnelby, which is now Diggersby, if I remember correctly. But Diggersby, though, I like Diggersby. But I don't really know why they gave him a Chespin. I feel like a rival for Ash could have Chespin instead, but whatever. Anyways, Clement's B tier. I don't have a lot of complaints about him. Nothing to write home about either, but he's decent. I think his sister actually helps him get the B tier. Without his sister, he'd be C tier most likely. Next we have... Silent, that's what his name. Yeah. I drew a blank. So, Silent... yeah, D tier. I know a lot of people don't really care for Silent, myself included. I almost want to put, Sophocles above Silent, but do I want to put Sophocles above Silent? I guess Sophocles inches above Silent because Sophocles is an electric type user, and I like electric types. I'm biased, but this is my tier list again. Silent has a grass type, but also has a Crustle, which I think evolved, if I remember correctly, a Stunfisk. Silent, I feel like they were trying too hard to make another copy and paste Brock, but not really. He just was more so annoying sometimes. Not in the level as Max or Serena to me, but he just kind of was, and I see what they were going for, and I can appreciate it, but yeah, no, it wasn't working for me. I can do without. I don't care if Silent isn't returned, honestly, personally, but that's just me. Again, another disclaimer, these are just my own opinions, so, next we have Kiawe from Sun and Moon, and rank him higher, C tier. Kiawe was really cool. I had a good impression in the first episode of Sun and Moon, where he, drove off the Team Skull Grants with that Z Crystal. So, and myself, I was thinking, oh, well, he'll make a good rival for Ash. I guess in a sense he was, but he wasn't, they didn't have too much of a rivalry, but he had some cool moments. Turtonator's cool. I think I like Drampa more still as the version exclusive, but if I remember correctly, they were. But, he had the Lola Marowak, that was cool too. He was cool. I don't have anything complaints really, but he's still C tier to me. He's not B tier, so I don't have a ton to say, but it was cool seeing him come back to Battle Go. And give Go some development. I don't remember what came from it exactly, but it was interesting to see him come back still, and he was, he's not a bad character on any means really. He has an actually interesting design too. I like his design, in the games and anime, honestly. So, yeah. Next we have Lily, and Lily I put B tier. Now she was a hard one. I don't really care, and no disrespect to voice actors, I just do not care for Lily's English dub voice from the anime. I prefer the Pokemon Masters English dub voice. Lily also has a really good theme in Pokemon Masters. Check it out. But, yeah, no. I don't know. Lily was just hard to put here. I think she fits B tier. I feel like it's a disservice to put her C tier. Especially the episode she came back recently, that made me like her a lot more. In fact, I think I like her more than Clement. She's not a ton to like, but at the same time, she was entertaining. Especially with the episode in Journeys. I feel like Journeys gave a lot of characters, a better writing treatment with how they handled them. And I think Lily was an example of that, as another character I'll mention later. But I put Lily in B tier, probably above Clement, possibly above Bonnie. Yeah, I'll put her above Bonnie, because, she had some development herself. Bonnie, had Squishy and, Dedenne, and Clement was, Clement, but Lily, the whole thing where she was afraid to touch Pokemon, to the point where she hatched a, Alolan Vulpix, and, that was interesting. You know, it's not something we have like that often. I think it was might have been the first time, and then the whole thing of her, you know, her dad and her brother and her mom, and she has some comedic moments too. So I don't mind Lily. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Next we have Brock, my man Brock, A tier. Now you may be expecting S tier, and I did grow up, you know, day one watching Pokemon, into it. You know, I remember when it first premiered in the U.S. on TV. I think it was April Fool's Day, actually. So oddly enough, April 1st. But Brock, you know, he's, you know, I think nostalgia would have me put him S tier, but I think A tier. Brock isn't perfect. Really, I mean, I don't think any of the characters on this list are perfect, but I like Brock a lot. Now, he might not be as funny as, you know, some people might not find him as comedic, but I always found him entertaining. He was funny. I like the fact that, you know, I'm an older sibling myself, obviously the oldest in the family. I kind of relate to him in that sense, where he had a large family and was the responsible one, you know, like, you know, attractive women and girls, whatever, his age, or older possibly. The fact that he wants to take care of Pokemon, and, you know, he was just pretty cool. He's that cool dude that you can rely on, and also would, you know, be of good voice of reason. In rare occasions would lose his head. Or be weak at the knees at like the sight of Officer Ginny and Nurse Joy. But anyways, he was pretty cool. Has a cool design. He's memorable. He's Brock. Next we have Misty. And again, this isn't really so much just nostalgia speaking, but I think Misty would also be A tier. Now Misty's Misty. I don't think she's perfect, but I would either put her a low A tier or a high B tier. Maybe after Lily, but at the lowest. But I put her A tier here because she was around for a while. She was there out Kanto in the 3 seasons of Johto. And then she returned a few times. So she came back in, I think, jeez, what was it? There was the Mirage TV special, I forgot, where they changed the voice actors around that time, and everybody didn't like that. I actually have it on DVD somewhere. She came back for the whenever her Togepi evolved, spoiler alert, but you know, this is years ago. And she came back recently in Sun and Moon also, near the end of the final season, I think. Sometime around there. Anyways, at least after the first half of it. She and Brock came back, actually. So, you know, it's always good seeing them again, personally. Now, there might be a slight hint of nostalgia for these two. And maybe they should be B tier, but I don't think they're that bad off. Misty had some funny moments. I actually love her Psyduck. It's actually secretly her favorite. But it's Psyduck, it annoyed her. And, you know, the fact that she overcame the fear of the Gyarados. Was it Pokemon Chronicles that went into that more? I don't remember. It was something. Oh my god. But yeah, Misty, she's interesting. I don't think I like her as much as Brock, but Misty played well with Brock and Ash. Sometimes she would just beat on them. I don't know. I guess it's just classic slapstick humor that gets me, and growing up in the 90s and watching 80s and 90s anime and early 2000s, you know, Misty's alright. I don't mind her. Again, this is my personal taste. But I didn't want to just go off nostalgia, just put them S tier. But I think because they have some flaws that can be worked on, I'd write them a little bit better. Personally, I would have given Misty a Psyduck, Slowpoke, and also a Quagsire later on, so she can have like 3 derpy Pokemon. Yeah. That's just me. I would have given her a Wooper to evolve into a Quagsire also, with a Slowbro and also Politoed. Politoed too, but I don't think he's that much derpy. He just kind of looks it. And I also, her Psyduck is Psyduck. But yeah, that's about it for Misty. Next we have Chloe. Chloe was kind of a tough one because Journeys isn't done. I don't mind Chloe, but she's not the most exciting. She doesn't usually join Ash and Go that often, to be honest. I was hoping she would do more, because we started in the opening. Oh, you have a new female companion. No, I think like maybe 1/8 of the time she might join them. Even then, maybe 1/9 of the time. Her Eevee, I like Eevee. I used to not be a huge fan of Eevee. It was never really my favorite. Again, this whole video is just full of controversy. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to, I swear. But Chloe's Eevee was the one that got me to actually like Eevee more. Now, I have gripes about Eevee, but that's another video for another day, such as the fact that like a lot of people have them, or variations of them. You know, Lana had an Eevee, Serena had one, they evolved into Sylveon, May had one. It's like, okay, thank God this is a Vulpix. Different kind of fox. But anyways, I digress. I actually like Chloe's Eevee a lot. I didn't like theirs, but I like Chloe's. And it's different because it won't evolve. It just will not. Now, it looks like, you know, Game Freak and Pokemon are done with evolutions until they decide to announce one. It's been, what, since Gen 6, we haven't had a new one, and we're rounding Gen 9 at the time of this video. We're about maybe, what, 67 days or so, around close to it, 60, 70 days. But, you know, Chloe's interesting. I don't really know where they're going with her. I guess she's just trying to explore her options. I don't know if she'll be back for a Scarlet and Violet anime. I have no idea what's going to happen. They haven't really announced anything for the, you know, next, you know, generation anime. But, you know, Chloe's going to be C tier. I rate her under the Alola, you know, this trio here. So, yeah, that's where she ends up. Let's see. We have about 2 more. So, next we have Iris. And this is another hot take that might be controversial, but I actually put Iris in front of Misty. Now, I don't think she's better than Brock, but I think Iris was a victim. Now, hear me out. I think Iris is a victim of poor writing throughout Black and White. Black and White was littered with just questionable decisions, writing. Yeah, Black and White was kind of a mess, honestly. Now, I know the whole, they had to change plans, you know, through the story, and, you know, the thing with Team Plasma and Team Rocket, but, honestly, I think Iris was a victim of just poor writing in that season, or those, you know, 3 or 4 seasons, including Declar Island, if I guess you can call. I didn't like her much when I was younger, because Black and White started when I think I was graduating high school. I think I was a senior at the time. I might have been a senior when it started, because Black and White came out when I was, you know, graduating high school. God, I'm old. So, see if you can figure out my age. If you can guess it, let me know in the comments. If you want to, I'm interested. If you can actually find out how old I am, we'll see. Or if you can get close. But anyways, I digress. Iris, I didn't like her much at first. Journeys is what made me like her more, because I feel like she was not annoying. She felt more like her actual in-game counterpart with how Journeys handle her. Again, I think she was just a victim of poor writing in Black and White, but she had some funny moments. I like the fact that she had a Dragonite, personally. A lot of people will say she should have been a Hydreigon, which I agree. She has, you know, Axew, became a Hacktress, which I love now. That's pretty cool. You know, obviously she has her Excadrill, and I think she did pretty well against, you know, Cynthia. I feel like Cynthia, people, they stand and simp for Cynthia way too much. Cynthia's okay. I don't mind her. You know, I grew up playing, well, I wasn't really, I was kind of already a teenager at the time Diamond and Pearl came out, but, you know, played it. I didn't lose to Cynthia like everybody else did. Team of Floatzel, Roserade. I had a Noctowl and a Pachirisu with a Floatzel and an Infernape and a Roserade, if I remember correctly, in the Staraptor, I think. And Floatzel with Ice Fang kind of just handled that Garchomp, but whatever. I remember. So I don't remember, you know, being traumatized by Cynthia ever. In fact, my brother made a video montage of him just steamrolling Cynthia's team with a Licky only. But whatever. And this is Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, when things were harder. But, you know, I digress. Yeah, I don't mind Iris. I feel like, you know, Journeys gave her a lot more respect, and that made me bump her up a lot more, because I learned to appreciate the character more, and she feels more natural. She's not just oh, you're such a kid. In fact, I don't think she's said that in Journeys yet. She might have, but, you know, her interactions with Pokemon, you know, she was entertaining too. Now, I put her higher than Misty because I feel like she meshes well with Ash. Misty does too, to a degree, you know, so do some of the other characters, but Misty was just kind of, I feel like they kind of shoehorned her, you know, God, what am I trying to say? Shoehorned her in as a, you know, female character. Whereas, you know, Iris was also into battling. She wasn't just, you know, oh, I battle every now and then. No, she wanted to be a Dragon Master. Similar to how Misty wanted to be a Water type, you know, leader. But she already was kind of responsible for the gym because it's a family gym. But Iris was trying to, you know, become her own, with her own Pokemon. And she already had the whole streak with Excadrill and getting Axew. So, you know, and her racing Dragonite and Emolga, she actually went through, you know, trials of her Pokemon. I feel like she deserves a bit more credit. Misty didn't go through as much of her Pokemon, I feel. Yeah, the Gyarados and Psyduck, but that's about it. Horsey that she's holding here is forgettable. I mean, I kind of forgot the episode was caught, because the Tentacool episode, I think that was it. Tentacool and Tentacruel, whatever it's called. And I know the US names, I think. It was forgettable. She caught it early in the episode. It just... it was sickly. Staryu and Starmie, I don't know why they give her both. She ditched Starmie at the gym and kept Staryu. I would have kept Starmie. But whatever. I digress. Iris gets A tier in the middle. And last we have May. May. This also might be controversial. I put her in G tier. Honestly, Gen 3 came out when I was in middle school. I think around the time I was 11 or 12. Growing up, preteen. And again, this isn't just me. Gen 3 is my least favorite gen. It still has good moments, but it's my least favorite, honestly. I never really cared for May. She was kind of boring to me. Now, early on, when they made her into like a newbie, that was fine, but contests were never really that interesting to me. Like, oh cool, that's different. We'll see how it's done in the anime. I didn't really care for contests much until Dawn started doing them. Because I feel like Dawn offered more, and it was done well and perfected. And then Serena just, took it afterwards, and it's just like, I think we're done with contests. I think I was kind of burned out from it at that point. Because Gen 5 didn't do contests, to my knowledge. Iris didn't. Serena, I think they just kind of gave her contests because, oh, we have a girl that sims for Ash, and let's give her the contest because, girl. Nope. I feel like, Dawn kind of did both of their roles better. And May, to me, is just kind of boring. She had a Squirtle, a Bulbasaur, and Eevee also, if I remember correctly, Combuskin. Was there something else I'm forgetting? Oh, Munchlax. Munchlax and Combuskin, alright, whatever. And Blaziken, they evolved, from Combuskin. Torchic, Combuskin, Blaziken. Whatever. Fine. She can have those. But I don't know. I don't like her other Pokemon. I feel like they are just kind of... I know there was only 3 gens at the time. I just feel like they could have written her better and done more. They gave her 2 starters that Ash already had. After Gen 1 and 2, where he had them recently, kind of. And I just feel like May was kind of boring. Yeah, her gold contest, that's fine. Oh, she had Beautyfly, I forgot. Beautyfly. God, I can't forget Beautyfly. Munchlax is cool. I actually love Snorlax family line. But, Eevee, okay, whatever. First time a, traveling companion had Eevee, I guess. But it just, I don't know, it wasn't that interesting. Now, I think her Eevee became a Glaceon, if I remember correctly, later on. But, I don't know if they were, hinting at that ahead of time. But, again, I wouldn't have given her a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur. I would have given her something else from Gen 3 or something different. I don't know. It's just, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so unfortunately I just put May there. I know a lot of people want her to come back, and for some reason her brother also. Hey, whatever. I know the voice actor in Japan is considered disrespectful, to change voices if the voice actor is still alive and present. So they're trying to be respectful, which I kind of agree, and that's a good concept, honestly, for their culture to go by. It's just my opinion again. All this is my opinion, again, to remind y'all. But I don't think I need May to come back. A number of characters already returned, which I'm glad. But I don't think May would really bring anything for me. You might see her in a flashback during Ash's battle, or maybe with Leon. Which, by the way, I don't think he's going to beat Leon. I also don't think that there's ridiculous plot armor. Yes, Leon is ridiculously powerful, but he has to be. I mean, he's a high-ranking trainer, and this is his tournament, mind you, kind of. It's in his house, basically. In his region. I'm sorry, guys. I think y'all are just... This is how writing works. But whatever. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. That's just my opinion. It just makes sense to me. Now, I don't like the fact that he ran through the Dianthus team with a Rillaboom, but... I mean, I don't think it was the worst, but I would have done it differently. But, hey. Anyways. Yeah, make it G tier. But anyways, this is my tier list. So, yeah. there it is. My thoughts. This could always change or update. Later on, maybe I'll do another one in the future. But I thought I'd just take a couple minutes to go through this and do it. It was pretty fun going into my thoughts on the characters thus far. In the middle where we are currently in Journeys, Ashley battling Cynthia. But these are my thoughts. So yeah, again, if you guys have your own tier list, let me know what you think. If you agree, disagree, give me your thoughts, opinions. Again, these are just my opinions, so you can make your own. Just let me know what you think. Just, be chill about it. I mean, I'm not here to argue or fight people, but, just thoughts. Thought I'd try my hand at this. But, yeah, that's about it for me. So, yeah. If nothing else, see you guys in the next video or stream or whatever I do. Peace. Bye. Sayonara.